soon as they.
Are you on?
Okay, you're live.
Okay, here we are. Are we on?
Yeah.
We're live?
You're live.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, Dwayne is the first one here.
Hey, Dwayne, we were talking about you just 5 minutes ago. What a super job you did yesterday. Appreciate it. I'm gonna give you a big shout out during the meeting.
You're my Nashville superstar, Dwayne. Woohoo!
Who else is on?
Oh, Michael Rukalvis, good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
Koyat's here.
Koyat's there. Good morning, Koyat. We should have cities and states up, or provinces next week for Canada. Once those are up, you can start working.
And by next week, he means like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Koyat. So don't write us on Monday. Say it's next week.
Koyat's only been waiting a year.
I know, Koyat. I admire your patience.
Yeah.
Oh, Lori's here from Raleigh. Lori's the one that's got 30 restaurants.
Yeah. Hey, Lori, how are you? Doing a great job. She said, she asked me if she got 30 restaurants, could she open the market? And I said, yes, but we need to also get certain number of drivers to be able to service them and downloads on the consumer app. But she's doing one hell of a job.
Nice.
Is there a rule of thumb? I've heard like 3 to 1, 3 drivers for every restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the volume of the restaurant.
Right.
A heavier volume restaurant will need more drivers. A low volume restaurant won't need as many. So it also depends on the city itself. Certain cities you've got a grid. Like when we opened Wichita, Kansas, we gridded it. So we had kind of northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, and then we had a group of drivers in each grid that could handle restaurants. A solid driver is going to do 100 deliveries a week, pretty easy. And that like a solid pro driver. So depends on how many restaurants are firing out orders.
Well, listen, if she's got 30, that means she'll probably gobble up another 30 more. So she could be well over 50 restaurants.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. And
nice.
Also as momentum hits, you get more and more. So I mean, I've had one restaurant that, took 8 to 10 drivers because it was high volume. And I mean, and that was, people doing doubles and triples, just grabbing orders and getting out of there.
Well, it's like that ramen restaurant in Nashville. They're doing 1,000 orders a day.
Yeah, I mean that's
crazy.
You're gonna have to load up your driving core there to handle that. But we've all done it, so it's doable. But yeah, 3 to 1's a good. I think that's a good rule of thumb, for lack of a better term. So something to follow.
Let's see who we got on. Deborah, good morning.
How do you say that?
Leonard, how you doing, bud? How do you say what? I can't pronounce it.
In Hawaii.
And it's
I know she's in Hawaii. I think you also go by Blossom. I don't know how to say your Hawaiian name. When I come to Hawaii, you can teach me.
Yeah. We got to get to Hawaii, starting to get activity there. Once COVID's over. How many we got on right now?
39.
We'll get started here in a second. So anyway, everybody, I got my COVID shot the other day. So I'm all good. I got to go back for one more on the 10th of February. And then watch out. I'm going to start being on planes and in these markets. So I'm going to come out and visit you guys and get you fired up. Tony and I'll get on the road. Can't get on the road too much for Tony because he's got the pickleball games all the time. So.
I've only got I think the next pro tournament's March. So I got
But you get off the month of February, but you have to stay in training.
Well, I mean, I train, I'll practice here in town, but I got trip business to attend to in February. We got
exactly.
So.
All right, hey Guy, hey Peggy, how are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for jumping on. Well, let's get started. I got some housekeeping stuff to go over there, and Tony's got a few things. So let me go down my hit list. One of the issues that came up this week with a number of people, actually, which is a good thing and a bad thing. good thing is you're bringing on marketers. The bad thing is a lot of them are unsponsors, which are great, and you guys are getting them, you're sponsoring them, but you're signing them up as a marketer prior to getting them moved as you're the sponsor. So the system, when you move somebody, they don't move the dollars, they just move the person. So your commissions are there, as we're finding out, but because you signed them up after they already signed up as a marketer, it doesn't show them for you. It just shows them in a static position. So we're going back through a handful of people that were moved. You guys asked us to move, which is great. They were unsponsored, which is great. We want everybody to be sponsored, but you got to sign them up first, okay? Before you sign them as a marketer. You have to sign them up as your sponsor, because not only do you lose the commission, and we're going to pay the commissions on this to people, but you'll lose the commission. But the other problem is we have to manually go in the system and move these people, which is a pain, believe me. And you can imagine if you had, what if you already had like 10 or 12 people under you, and we can only, the way the system works, we only can move, we can't block move people. We have to move each person one at a time. So just keep that in mind. Don't call up and say the system doesn't work. The system worked perfectly, because that's the way it's supposed to work. You guys just got to sign that person up before they got to be yours. You got to sponsor them before you sign up as a marketer, and that commission will show up. Right?
I just want to clarify. He's saying sign them up. I know they're already signed up. I've had 2 emails this morning. I can't find them. If you can't find them, that in my people, that means they're not showing as referred by you. So you just got to add it. You're doing the steps. You're doing the steps. You're just doing them backwards. So you come to us first and have them moved under you. You look under my people and say, oh, there's Bob. I see him in my people. Now, Bob, go ahead and be a marketer or be a driver. Same thing's going to happen when they pay their monthly driver subscription. You make commission. They got to be under you first. There won't be moving them and then you get the commission.
Yeah. So be aware of that. Just make sure, we want to make sure you guys get paid for your work. We're not trying to hold you up, but the system works that way. So, and you probably didn't know you had to do that. You probably weren't thinking about, oh, I got to sponsor them first before. So no harm, no foul. Just know that's the process. And, you'll see them pop in your back office. A couple other things. We added the merchant referral code in the merchant panel now. So you have access, you just access it in the merchant panel. The app will be up probably in another couple of weeks for the merchant, which will make even things that much easier to track and stay above. But right now, you can just go right to the merchant panel. If you go to tripdelivers.com, you can see where the login is and get on.
And then also we added, when you sign up a merchant, there's a place for them to make their referral code.
Yeah. Also, in the back office, the referral codes and links are in your back office now. So if you're in your back office, you want to send information, you can do it rapidly right there. The other thing is, I don't know exactly where we are with Verb. I think we're maybe about 10 days out. Does that sound right, about Tony?
We're testing it now, and we got more content to go as well. So it's well within range. 10 days is well within range.
And while we're here, Leonard has a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to send them my link to a person that's already signed up?
What's the answer? Yes, they do, right?
No, if they're already signed up.
Yeah.
They put their phone number in, they've got an OTP, they're signed up. You send the link, they don't sign up again. They're already signed up.
Yeah.
So if they're already signed up, Leonard, and you find them on the street and they say, hey, I want to be on your team, they're already signed up. There's no sending the link. You need to contact support@tripdelivers.com.
Yeah.
We will move them under you, and that takes probably 12 hours. Maybe 24 hours. Yeah. We'll move them under you. Then you get them to be a marketer. So they can't sign up more than one time.
Right. So another thing that I just want to give a big shout out to Dwayne McDaniel. Dwayne's down in Nashville. And yesterday we had 2 restaurants in Nashville that weren't being taken care of properly from a customer service standpoint. Not from the corporate office. We were trying to reach out to them completely to resolve some of the issues they had. And we continually called them all week. But you got to remember, these restaurant owners are extraordinarily busy. particularly right now with them, trying to figure out how many people they can sit, they can't sit, are they open, not open, all these kinds of things that are going on. Anyway, Dwayne went in and visited both restaurants, got them set up. They're very happy. He took the time. They're not his restaurants. He just did it as a favor to the company. So big shout out to him. Just so you know, Dwayne has signed up 4 restaurants last month himself. And then he went on vacation for about a month. He just got back from vacation, signed up 2 more restaurants the other day. And then he took care of these issues. So this is what teamwork is about. If you have a problem and then somebody else in the market can help and they're doing it for the right reasons, that's a good thing. So you guys got to kind of take care of each other's backs and make sure that this is a belly to belly business. And if a restaurant has a problem and you sign them up and you're getting that 40 cents, you need to follow up with them. You need to get on the call or go down to the restaurant. You're not that far away in these markets that you can't take care of these customers. It is paramount that we take care of them. And that gets me into what we're doing in Nashville. Hold on, I'm getting my notes up. Hold on. So what we're doing in Nashville, within the next 6 or 7, 8 days, we're going to have a team go down there headed up by Darius McCrae. And he and one of his business associates are going down. William Mathis is going down. They're going to help get that market fired up. We need about 300 restaurants online with us down there and probably something north of 750 drivers. We're way short of that because there's no energy, no leadership in the market. It's just that simple. So we're going to send leaders down there. We're going to start training people on the spot. William is, Darius is. They're going to call on restaurants. They're going to help you guys get that market fired up and get that on a roll. It's really critical we get Nashville working right, because for us, the market's looking at us to say, hey, does this business model work? Well, it only works when you have people working to fire it up. I mean, you can have the greatest business model in the world. If you haven't told anybody about it, nobody's going to come. It's like a forest falling in the trees. I mean, a tree falling in the forest, unless you're there to hear it crack, you know, nothing's going to happen. So anyway, those teams of people are going to go down, and Arias has some people. So we think we're probably going to have 6, 7 people down there right away. And most of them will be down there for anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, helping you fire that business up. So the goal is to put 200 restaurants online, put about 750 drivers to work, and really open that market up. The other thing we're doing with restaurant merchants, most of you know about the deal. They're finishing up the app. I'm hoping to get into testing this week. And Tony's been working with them. How they come along on the app? I mean, are they almost there on the API?
It's coming along pretty good. So,
yeah. So if that goes, so we got to start figuring out a plan for Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Atlanta. Those are the markets we're getting. In those markets, there's probably about 1,800 restaurants. And those will be jump off restaurants for us to go in there with enough activity that we can start signing up other additional restaurants. But some of these markets like Miami, Fort Lauderdale will need about 700 to 1,000 restaurants. We won't open with that many, but we need to build that many within those markets. So those are important. One of the things you guys need to do is also, there's been a lot of updates in the restaurant dashboard. You got to get in there and see what's going on, because we'll get an email or a text message or something. Oh, this isn't there. This isn't there. And it is there. And we know it's there. Look, this system has been around. This system isn't like we're testing something. This system right now gets about 100,000 initiations of something, either delivery or rideshare, a day around the world. So there's nothing wrong with the system. So when you say nothing works, 99.9% of the time it's user error. You didn't do something properly. So it's really that simple. This is a proven bulletproof system. It works. We're set up for grocery deliveries. I'd love to get in the grocery business, maybe in the early second part of the second quarter. But the system's already up actually right now for groceries. That's all I've got. I mean, Tony might have some updates and things he's working on. He's been working a lot lately.
Staying busy. We've got a lot of good things going on with Nashville. got boots on the ground, obviously with Dwayne there. Got Eric Fletcher's a new marketer there. We're gonna connect kind of everybody up with those guys that are boots on the ground in Nashville, and then we've got obviously William, Darius. We've got a group of folks that are going to be heading into Nashville. William had messaged us earlier, and William, if you're on, if you can post a link in the YouTube. They're going to be doing a 1 p.m. Eastern time Zoom meeting. His group's going to go over kind of utilizing Instagram for better ad results to target the Nashville marketplace. So if you want to jump on that and kind of look at utilizing Instagram for lead generation in Nashville, they'll be doing that Zoom. I don't have the link, so I cannot post it in the YouTube chat there. But if William, if you're on, if you could do that, that'd be great. Or if anyone in William's organization's on and wants to throw that in, that would be great as well. So that's what we've got going on with Nashville. You know, it's a, you know, I tell people a simple concept, right? You know, you got people that are hungry, you got restaurants making food, and you need to get the food from the restaurants to the hungry people. There's a lot of moving parts. If we've got what I call fail-safe drivers in a market, then you can kind of feel safe to really go out and spread the word and get a lot of customers downloading the app and placing orders, because you know there's enough drivers to handle the influx of orders that start coming in. And so, you know, we've got a group of people that are boots on the ground, and you know, it is what it is when you're in the trenches. You know, I tell people the story all the time where, you know, when I first was in Topeka opening that marketplace, I was driving, dispatching, marketing. I was going into every business in Topeka. I had little promo cards, and I was like, hey, we're in business. We're open. You know, if you get stuck here at work, we'll bring you lunch. If you get stuck at home and you can't get away, you know, or it's been a long day and you don't want to go back out, we'll bring your dinner as well. You know, we're here in town and we're delivering. And so I went to every business. I mean, I spent hours and hours a day. And then I would go on Friday nights, Saturday nights, I would go into the movie theater parking lots. I'm that guy that people get mad at because they put little things in, like little business cards in their car. You know, I just let people know, hey, you know, we're open, little promo codes. And then I would go to the Walmarts, you know, about 4 o'clock on most days. And I would just catch people. I guess it's pre-COVID. Now I got to stay away from them, you know, get a little thing, just throw it to them or whatever. But back then, you know, I would just go through the parking lot. Anybody walking out to their car would be like, hey, just wanted to give you a promo card. You know, we're a new delivery business in town. You know, if you get hungry and don't want to go out and eat or don't want to cook, you know, just go to our website, you know, and you can be a customer. And then obviously with Trip, you can let them know, hey, and also if you refer other customers, you get paid every time that customer places an order. If you refer a restaurant or drivers, you get paid as well. It's free to download the app, and we pay people for referrals. So I literally, anyone within 6 feet of me, I was telling them about the delivery business, and that's how you got to do it. And then as the order started coming in, I would dispatch myself because I didn't have other fail-safe drivers. And I would get my car, drive to the restaurant, pick up the food, deliver it, and then look for the next order on my phone, you know. And bottom line, those of you that are going into Nashville, I can tell you that's how it's going to be for a few days. You're going to be doing a little bit of everything. But those of you that do that are literally going to corner that market. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, some of you guys that are going into Nashville, 40, 50, 60% of every order that goes out of Nashville is going to be in your organization. You're going to pick up a piece of it. So, you know, those of you that are watching, you can still participate. You can still go after drivers. Just because, you know, I'm in Kansas doesn't mean I can't recruit drivers in Nashville. It doesn't mean I can't, you know, go through my Facebook page and find out who do I have that's anywhere near Nashville, and I can get them to download the app for free and start getting customers. So I think February 1 is kind of when a lot of the boots on the ground are going to get there. But I know guys like Eric and Dwayne that are already there are not waiting around. So we've got some folks that'll be fail safes. You know, you can start spreading the word now, and then obviously we'll pour the fuel on the fire here come February 1 when the cavalry arrives. So that's all I've got as far as announcements on what's going on with Nashville. You know, like I said, William, if you have a chance, or if you're on William's team, if no one's done it yet, throw the Zoom link in the YouTube chat, and if not, you know, we'll try and get it out through email as soon as we get that.
Yeah, one other quick housekeeping item too. we have what's called geotargeting. Our whole system is location based. So when we started the business the way it's set up right now, it's only for the US only. So we have to turn on Canada as a separate location. So right now we've had to redo all of the US piece for cities and states. So we're loading tens of thousands of cities across the United States. All the markets will be open. So all of that was supposed to be done by yesterday, but they ran into a couple problems. So they have to write a script to move all the people that are in our system that are connected to the system today into the new system. So they have to write a script. They'll do that on Monday. They'll get those people transferred over, probably take till Tuesday. Hopefully they'll test on Wednesday. We'll be up on Thursday. So if we're up on Thursday, that means Canada will be wide open. US markets will be wide open. Right now, we have limited markets. We just ran into that. We actually just signed up an individual or husband and wife in Anaconda, Montana. And so that wasn't on the list, obviously. So that's on the list now, but all of the US will open. There will be nothing that's not open once we flip the switch next week, and Canada will be up and running. So that means Coyote or anybody that lives in Canada can start recruiting in Canada and not have any issues signing people up, or cross borderline, actually, even. I mean, Leonard probably knows people in Canada. He's in Tennessee. He can sign people up. It's not going to be an issue. So that's where we are on that. I'll take a couple of questions, or Tony can take a couple of questions.
Away.
Monica is telling me to post the link, and I don't have the link for their Instagram training.
I'm getting it right now. YouTube might be blocking it. William's posting it. I'm going to try and get around that. So YouTube might not like folks posting Zoom links on their page. They want you to use Google Meet or something. Maybe.
We got.
Jim had a
That
question.
should work. I think I just was able to post it.
Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Perfect.
Good.
So Jim Clover had a question. If the person is in their back office under My People and they become a marketer, then it will show the commission in your back office.
Correct. Yeah. Once a person's under you, you sign them up, or we moved them or whatever. As long as you're sponsoring that person, prior to them signing up as a marketer, it'll show up in your back office, the commission structure. It can't show the other way around because there's no connectivity.
How long does a driver take to register?
I've signed up. I'm a driver right now. I did it all myself on my phone. Took me less than 5 minutes to sign up. It took me another 8 minutes or so to get approved. I was going to change the sign up process. So the reason I went and did it myself, before I said, hey, I'm going to change it, I said, let me go do it, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I literally mean that. I went on and literally like 4 minutes and 50 something seconds, I had signed up. It's so simple. That's ridiculous. So there was no need to change the sign up process.
If they don't get approved right away, if there's something wrong with their documents, they will get a push notification on their phone. They'll also get an email. It will say what is wrong.
Yeah.
Your insurance is expired. Your selfie is blurry. It tells you what's wrong. So then you have the opportunity to go back into your app and fix what's wrong. Yeah.
Most of the times when you get rejected, it's not for, if you like say, I got rejected, and you think in your mind, well, what did I get rejected for? I've never had a DUI. Well, that's, those are very rare. What you usually get rejected for is because the documentation isn't clear.
Tell them why the number one reason they get rejected.
Well, you mean on the license? Photo. On the photo, because they take a photo of a photo. And it says, take a selfie, which is shocking. Most people that get rejected don't understand a selfie is just take it yourself.
Because it detects liveness.
Yeah,
if
right.
You're taking a photo of a photo, it's not live. So the computer says,
Yeah, it looks at you as a phony person, so rejects you. But yeah, it's 5 minutes or less. And then usually you could get approved within minutes or a half a day.
So Ron has a person, and Ron, this was the case that Bob just got done talking about it, saying cash for the marketer. So if you could send me, this will be fixed this week. This will not be a problem anymore. But if you could send me their phone number or email, and I also need where they're located, their address would be wonderful. I could get it done Sunday for you because they're outside of the market.
Yeah, the reason it's doing that, again, it's the same issue. It's outside the market, so it's not reading it properly. So it just says cash because it's in the system that way. So once the system gets fully turned on, that stuff goes away, but we can fix it, right away if we know which one it is.
Oh, Ike has a good question.
Okay.
Because I have this question too for you. For our team members that signed up in 2019, do we still have to send them our new Trip Delivers referral link?
Go ahead.
Well, this was my question to you this week that we haven't figured out yet.
Oh.
The not defined.
Oh, the not defined, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So basically, Ike, the situation is two things. Are they in your people? If they're in your people, then no. You don't need to send them your link again. They're already signed up under you. They just have to reactivate. They have to put in their phone number, get their OTP, and reactivate. There's a whole list of people that, those of you that were here a long time ago that got the old app, there is an issue with some of those people because it was broken data when we migrated it over. So if they don't show under my people, then yes, send them your link and have them sign up again and get them under your people.
And if you have a problem, get a hold of customer service and they'll help you with that.
Yeah, so that's what those.
Yeah.
People, yeah. Okay. Do we still have old referrals? Because when they download the new app, it tells them to insert a referral code. So that goes along with the last question. If they're in your My People, then yeah, they're still under there. But if they're not under My People, then you need to send them your link again.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Good questions today. The link is there again for Monica. The Zoom link, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. Chase says, how do you sponsor someone who is already enrolled? So basically, Chase, these are people that maybe signed up on their own and they don't have a sponsor. And then you meet them and you want to get them to be a marketer under you. So you would contact us prior to them paying to be a marketer. Not people that, it's not corporate sign them up. They just signed up on their own. Anyone can sign up on their own. They don't have to have a sponsor. People can see an ad on Instagram, Facebook, TV, and they say, oh, I want to download the app. We don't stop them from downloading. They are just put in with no sponsor. We call those orphans. Michael Rucalva says, when will rates, fees, commission, and Canada currency be posted in the back office?
When we turn the system on up there, it'll have the Canadian currency. It'll have kilometers, all that stuff.
So you want to tell them you work in Canada? It's all location based.
Yeah, everything's location based, same as in the US.
So it's basically straight conversion from US to Canadian dollars. If your phone is in Canada, you won't be able to see it in the US. You have to be in Canada. Your phone has to be in Canada. And when you turn on the app there, it will show in Canadian dollars and kilometers rather than miles.
Right.
Deborah's asking if Verb will only be available to marketers. I think, Bob, you were looking at making that available for drivers and customers. Is that correct?
Yeah, Verb's going to be available to anybody that wants to purchase it on a monthly basis. We have to establish a price on that monthly. So you can buy that separately. So if you're not a marketer who gets that product along with a bunch of other goodies, it'll be available to buy monthly.
Where will they purchase?
They'll be in the back office set up. So they'll go in the back office and purchase it.
Shane says, what's the website to get to the back office?
mytripdelivers.com.
And tripdelivers.com is the marketplace.
Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, the marketplace is where we host all the menus. It's where the general public will go if they, let's say they're in Nashville, They go to the tripdelivers.com. They can put in their location. All the restaurants will come up and they can start choosing on what menus they want to get a delivery. That's called the marketplace also, just so you know. That's where all the action happens with the consumer and the restaurants. That's all that's in there. If you want your back office and all kinds of other information, that's My Trip Delivers. And you just go there, log in your information, and then your OTP will hit you, log that in, it'll get you right into your back office. And you need to, if you guys are really interested in making money, I would advise you to spend some time on tripdelivers.com, get into the restaurant panel, really get familiar with your business. Because if you're going to start building by having restaurants, you're going to get questions all the time from the restaurateurs. You should know that cold. You should be able to say, hey, let me show you. I'll log right in. I'll show you where all this stuff is. You need to teach. There's literally dozens of trainings on this in the YouTube channel, and it's all segmented out. It's by restaurant right now, right? So how many do you think they're back there training? It's like a dozen? More?
Shannon's been doing them a year.
Yeah.
So 2 a week for a year? Yeah.
So there's tons of training back there. You need to get on board and familiarize yourself to that.
Is there a program for veterans to become marketers?
Yes, no, not to become a marketer. There's a program for veterans to become a driver. They can drive for free for 90 days. We don't charge them anything. So we haven't put one together for marketers. I haven't even thought about it. So we'll probably maybe do something since you just mentioned that. So let me take a look at that.
Can we use our link to sign up someone in Canada?
Yes, you can.
Once it's open. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Yenfi says that driver's not in her people. So Yenfi, send me an email, give me their email and phone number and we'll fix it. Ron says it's saying the referral code is invalid or doesn't work. So the reason that's happening is because they're already signed up with the phone number. So if you share with somebody and Bob's already signed up with his phone number and he goes through your link and he puts in his phone number again, it shows as invalid because you can't, that phone number and email is tied to you forever.
So it's not the system. The system is doing what it's supposed to do, is kick you out because that number is already being used or that email is being used.
Paul said I got a sneak peek at Verb and it's going to be amazing. This tool is going to make it so we can manage every contact in your phone. I've never had something like this available. Yeah,
just so you know, Tony's really been working on this. We had some people before Tony showed up, they dropped the ball on it. We thought they were a lot further down the road than they were. But Tony's background, he understands the Verb product and he's doing a hell of a job getting this thing up and running. It's going to be a massive tool. I think you're going to find this really help you out in recruiting. Particularly, you can target drivers or you can target restaurants. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Liliana,
it's one of those things you can, with Verb, you can literally give it access to your contacts. You can label your contacts as hot leads, cold leads, and you can put notes down. I mean, it'll manage your recruiting right from your smartphone, the whole thing. You can fire out the videos right from the smartphone. You can send them out via Facebook, via text message, Instagram, Twitter, however you want to send the links to somebody. It'll notify you if they've watched it and then you know when to follow up. I mean, it's a robust tool to really help you manage your contacts through your phones and help you blast out to customers. And it's one of those things that'll really make it systematic and duplicatable to build our businesses. Really scalable product. And so we're excited to get it launched for you guys. We're in testing right now. And, I know we'll have training specifically on that marketing tool for each and every one of you guys here as we launch it. So you'll know how to take advantage of all the bells and whistles that are on it.
Yeah. What else you got?
Liliana says sometimes my referral comes out with a number instead of my name.
What's causing that,
Nothing. So Liliana, I'm going to show you something on my phone right now. This app, you should know how to do everything on this app. So when I go here to my refer and earn section, this is my code. This code never changes. So there's no way it would show something different unless you're logged in with a different number or something. I don't know. Code never changes. And then your links could change. The links might change. But they're always going to be connected to your code. So if you share it, even if the link says something a little bit different, it's still connected to your code. It's still sending the person to you. So Liliana, that concerns me. If you want to send in a ticket, screenshot, because that's no way that could happen.
Anything?
Ron said, I thought if we had them sign up on our link, it automatically signed them to us and they didn't actually have to put in the code. That's right, Ron. Exactly, correct.
If you have something different than that, Ron, send it to support with a snapshot.
So when you send your links, your code is embedded. It can't be taken off.
It's permanent.
We used to have it so you could take it off. But then we found out too many people were taking it off because they didn't understand why it was there. So now it is glued there. It can't come off.
Right. Anything else?
Is Verb on the back office? Oh, Ruby's here. I haven't seen her in a while. Verb on the back office, and do we pay for it?
Yes, once it's up, if you're not part of the marketer program, you can buy Verb separately on a monthly basis. It's month to month. We haven't established the price yet. We'll do that here in the next week or so when we get ready to launch it. We'll figure out a monthly price outside of the marketer program.
Michelle says, I'm here to help anyone needing help setting up a home office.
Okay. Can you help me? I'll raise my hand.
Okay, Lloyd, yeah, links change, but they still have the code. Exactly. That's right, Lloyd. Oh, and then he erased it. Oh. Koyet is asking if any drivers with receipts that have done deliveries in Nashville. Koyet, I'll send you some receipts. I don't know if I'm allowed. Can I send some receipts?
Absolutely.
I'll send you some receipts, Koyet.
Yeah, that's the thing, Koyet. We just got to get momentum into Nashville. So, we're doing lots of orders a day. I guess that's about it.
Is there a way to change the referral code in the back office or settings?
Is there? No.
No, that's why when you sign up in big red letters in all capital, it says you can never change your referral code. The reason is if you signed up people and they signed up people and they signed up people, this is not like drag and drop and all those people like a tail follow. There's like move one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So that's the reason. Scarzilla, if you have an extenuating circumstance and you don't have any referrals, then you can contact me and Bob can decide what he wants to do. But at the current moment, you cannot change your referral code because it's connected to you.
Yeah.
And you really shouldn't want to. If you're posting everywhere, you're doing ads, and then you go and change your referral code, somebody else puts that referral code in and you don't get the credit.
Just think of it as a social security number. You can't change your social security number once you get it. They're just not going to allow you to change it because that's going to track you for the rest of your life. And you want it that way. You don't want to be changing numbers and losing content of who you're about. Same thing here. You need to stay attached to your field of people that you work with. If you really want to earn, that's, if you lose contact, you're going to lose commissions. It's like half a dozen people that have commissions coming and we look up and there's no commission for them because the way that they signed up their people. Now that we went back and researched it, we know what the problem is. You got to help us solve that problem by making sure that you're the sponsor before they sign up for anything that has to do with commissions, because it'll do the same thing. Even if you're a driver, it would do the same thing, not just marketer. So that's all I've got, unless any.
There's a couple more.
All right.
David Gibson wants to know if our website is coded.
All the websites are secured and coded. Yes, they have to be. You can't operate. And the other thing is social security numbers and card processing, all that's off the site. So when you sign up for something, we don't store any of that information. We just actually pass a token back and forth to whatever the secured servers are.
Ike has a question. If they're a customer and they don't see the be a marketer, so the only reason that would happen, Ike, is if they're a driver. and then the Be a Marketer is on their driver app. Or if they started the driver sign up process and they didn't submit documents or they didn't get approved for some reason. So that's another support at Trip Deliver's question. We need the email or phone number, and then we can find out for you.
Yeah, one of the things you have to do is we get 6, 7, 8 emails a day in support about, hey, I don't see this guy or this person that signed up with me, and I know they signed up. Just so you know, our system, we can go in the system and look for that person, and if they started a partial sign up and then left and didn't finish, we see that.
They can see it now too.
Yeah. Oh, that's
We
right.
just added that.
Oh, they
last
just
week.
added it. So you can see it now in your back office.
It'll say user.
Yeah.
Because it won't have their name.
Right.
And it has their phone number. That means
Right.
they didn't complete the sign up. So that's like a potential for you to contact
Yes.
them back and say, hey, do you need help?
Yeah. So check that out. So that way you can see the person that you thought signed up. And a lot of times people start to sign up and maybe the phone rings or they have something to do and then they don't get back to it for another day or so. So this will give you the ability to follow up with them. You'll see it. Anything?
Oh, Ian says he doesn't have a back office.
Okay, Ian, you're the only person in the company. How lucky you just hit the jackpot. If you don't have a back office.
You do have a
Yeah,
back
absolutely.
office.
If you signed up, you have a back office. So send it.
mytripdelivers.com, go to login, put in your phone number, you'll get an OTP, and there's your back office. So the way this works is everybody has everything. So if it works on Bob's and we test it, it works on Tony's and it works on mine. And
It has to work.
That's the way technology works. So
Okay.
Lloyd, the Zoom, got to scroll back up in the chat and you'll see the link for the Zoom. Alex is something about the Apple ID. I don't understand your question, Alex. They signed up using their Apple ID. So they have to use their phone number. This is a major problem still. Okay, Alex, this is the first I've heard of it. So you need to send it into support at tripdelivers.com.
Okay.
I think.
Tony, you got anything you want to wrap up?
I think we're good to go. Looking forward to getting rocking with some of the Nashville folks here over the next few minutes. I think we're doing a little deal with some of the guys that are boots on the ground in Nashville and some of the folks that are.
Right. We got our little Zoom going.
Yeah.
So listen, everybody, thank you. That's what's happening right now. Hopefully everything goes well this week and we'll get all the cities and states and provinces up and, start turning on the, Canada to get those guys going. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Catch up with you next Saturday. Thanks, Tony.